The problem with having a limited number of representations of a particular group is that then it's easy to stereotype things. If we could just get more representations of all different kinds of actions and attributes and characteristics, I think that it would give us a much clearer picture of the world that we're living in.
So I'm from Vietnam. I was born there and I moved to Memphis when I was 6 months old. Usually when Asians are in the media, they're either Indian or Chinese. A lot of Asians are viewed as Chinese when we aren't all Chinese.
Now I see a lot of the feminists in the media are being portrayed as the extreme feminists, not so much the people that, I want the ability to choose whether to be a housewife or to be a politician.
Me being African American and me being from Mississippi, the common, thing that people say is I'm uneducated, I don't speak proper. I strive to be pretty much, very knowledgeable of whatever I do, whether it be, at work or, in school.
Of course, I identify as Southern, especially Southern Christian, and I feel like a lot of times we're shown as like hillbillies and redneck.
I'm Hispanic and I grew up in Memphis, but I moved to a small town. Me and my brother are the only brown people there. So the idea of how we were portrayed is you're only Mexican, you're all from Mexico and you only speak Mexican. We're Venezuelan.
I have a physical disability and you don't see a lot of people portrayed in the media that have a physical disability. And I just think about FDR, I believe it was, who had polio as a child, and he was president of the United States. People see me being pushed around the mall in a chair, and they assume that I can't talk or that I have the brain capacity of a 5-year-old, and they say, "Hi, how are you?"
It's basically portrayed as terrorists. You alter the truth so you can get the views. Good doesn't really get viewed on news because it doesn't really spark attention. It's like, oh, good job. And then they move on with their day.
They would make racist comments and I'd be like, so you're racist? Heck yeah, I'm racist. I was like, so you're against me? Oh, no, you're different. I was like, how do you not know they're not different? You don't know them.
People would say a lot of things to me that were racist as jokes and be like, oh, you're different though. Even now, I am constantly thinking, am I being a stereotype right now? I have to think before I act all the time, am I gonna reaffirm the stereotype? Because that's what a stereotype is. It's saying, oh, this person that was your race or your religion or what you identify was did this, so that's what I expect you to do.
I think when people don't see certain things that are represented in the media, there's that out of sight, out of mind saying. I think what we need to do is show people who have mental disabilities and all sorts of disabilities. We just need to show more of that, even though it might be somewhat painful for us to look at stuff like that and read articles about stuff like that. We need to expose ourselves to that kind of thing.
In regards to feminism, I believe that a lot of media does overwhelm women with the idea of how feminists should be. When the media, portrays us in this way, we feel as if we're not included. So it's like, oh, well, I can't be a feminist because that's what feminism looks like.
I can say from a perspective of someone who has a disability, who feels that she is sometimes underrepresented in the media, I'm grateful to you for doing this.
If we just come together and realize, wow, the fact that there are so many different colors and so many different viewpoints in the world is beautiful, and we should celebrate that.